Well, my name is Dennis Marangu. I'm the CEO and founder of Kulamawe Poultry Industries Limited. And our journey started back in 2013. We started off as a poultry farm. Our journey upwards started after we started to realize the challenges of being a farmer, a poultry farmer in northern Kenya. So there were not avenues, the marketing avenues, there were not processing avenues. We could not access the niche markets that comes with tourism. Basically, we could not meet the safety, food safety standards, quality assurance, and also there's no processing facility within the radius in the region. We've learned a few lessons along the way. We've seen this one issue is the quality assurance, traceability, and a lot of farmers lack the training and to do a professional job in poultry. And more or less, poultry is more of subsistence rather than a business. So we've opened up the space and looking at attracting mostly the people, the demographic in the poultry industry. You find that producers are mainly youth and women. So we've gone to the extra length of training them, showing them quality assurance standards. We've tried to network. You know, the veterinary department in Kenya has not been quite operational for quite a time. They've not employed extension workers since the 80s. So we're trying to loop in extension services, working with other like-minded partners like CDI. And from that, we've been able to train upwards of 50 farmers. We're going towards 100. And we're looking at between two categories. There's broiler chicken, which is extensive, and also the free-range kienyeji that also targets the pastoral areas. Looking at our staff, we've been able to work with approximately 10 staff to date in our processing facility and our outlets. So as introducing the poultry to the area, we've seen a big uptake, and so many other guys are coming up, self-employment, you know, setting up grill stations around the town, which we are happy to serve. We provide them with quality inspected meat, working with the veterinary department to make sure that all the meat now is inspected. And so working still as a commercial enterprise and a social enterprise, we've been able to cut both ways. When we started, we actually met with a myriad of challenges. One, government policy on polythene, which really affected our move into the market, because you have to package in polythene. I would say along the way, we've been able to get the veterinary license. We had the Kenya Veterinary Board certifying us as a slaughterhouse in Kenya. Owing to the fact also in the Meat Control Act, there are few provisions for chicken slaughterhouses. So I would say it's a milestone. We've been able to pioneer that pack. Secondly, we've been able to overcome a few capital challenges here and there, because working on bootstrap budget to some extent, we've been able to make it and actually made sales into the market, going into Marsabit, going into Meru, going into Samburu, Achas Post, So we've been able to break the market further in northern Kenya and on a shoestring budget, as I say. So we are trying to now make the break to the big capital bracket. And the other thing is getting the standardized mark of quality from Kenya Bureau of Standards. At least we got that license. That was the latest we have. I got wind of the game through the media, an advertisement over the Daily Nation. So I looked at it and saw, okay, this is one of the opportunities we have, because we have some few capital constraints here and there. So we say, as a youth enterprise, Kulamawe is almost it's 95% owned by youth, and we have a lot of challenges in setting up an industry of this scale, even in Kenya, not even in northern Kenya, but Kenya as general. So naturally, such grant support, technical support is more or less the kind of capital we can leverage at this level. So we just went to apply for that. And I can say it's really come a long way. It has helped us, so opened our eyes to more opportunities. Yes.
Jina yangu ni Nchundi Vigacheri. Hapa kwangu ninafuga kuku tu peke yake, broiler. Sasa mimi ninawawekea kuku, halafu sasa wanachukua kwangu. Wananisupply na chakula na dawa. Halafu sasa hiyo kazi ingine ni yangu.
Kwa majina ni John Patrick Getonga, entrepreneur wa Divine Butchers Isiolo. Tunafanya kazi pia na Kulamawe Chicken Industries. So hiyo ndio ile kazi tunafanya ya kusupply nyama na pia kuku. Kulamawe Industries ndio wanatusupply kuku in bulk, na sisi naye tunauza kwa retail kutoka hapa. So tunajaribu kutengeneza that partnership, na tumekuwa tukiendelea na wao pia mpaka juzi wakati wameanza restructuring ya industry. So ndio tukasimamisha, na ndio pia sisi tuweze kufanya renovation in earnest for hiyo restructuring wanafanya, ndio tuweze kusupply at same level and at same standard to maintain pia quality.
It is out of necessity, out of scarcity. That's where you find a mind-blowing idea. So I think it's more or less looking at doing something differently, try to find different ways of doing things, and from that, don't start big, start small, then grow up.